And they have gone further to form Mietiala, Cattle Hore, Mietiala, cattle breeders, Mietiala, this one, Funam, that one. And federal government is romancing with them. And federal government comes out to defend them. Anything time something happens to them, but when they cause pains in the lives of other people, federal government will keep quiet. What else will you do? When you see your people being killed, you see your people's farm being razed down, being eaten off by herdsmen, what else will you do as a patriotic person of that community? What else will you do?
How do you cage Nnamdi Kanu? In fact, I want to call that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. A freedom fight agitator who said that, look, he wants liberation for his people. Why are you incarcerating him? Why are you not going to arrest Fulani men?
Including my humble self standing here, all the politicians in northern Nigeria, in the last 15 years, we should be held accountable to what is happening in northern Nigeria in terms of
the country. But I want to tell you that the major problem of this country is northern part of the country. These are people, if you want to see hatred, if you want to see conflict, if you want to see nepotism, cronyism, any other thing you can label. In fact, if you carve out southern part of the country from Nigeria and give it 10 years, they are going to be recognized among community of nations because of the development they will have. 70% of the people who govern this country are from the northern part of the country. But if you want to see hunger, starvation, and any other thing, it's from the north. Why? We are the major problem. But our people doesn't want us to be speaking the truth. And that is why we continue to somersault in this kind of issue.
We have had a northern president from Katsina for 8 years. Before he came, we did not have a single IDP. All our local governments were safe. Now Katsina State, 22 out of 34 local governments. That is 65% of Katsina. It's under siege. Borno State is more secure and safer than Katsina. That we had a president who is from there. That is a failing of us northerners. We need to look at ourselves. And now here we are. We have a leadership. We have a vice president number 2 who is from the north. We have a speaker of the house who is number 4 who is from the north. We have an SGF who is from the north. We have the senior most military officer who is from the north. We have all the ministers of defense from the north. We have the minister of police from the north. We have the national security advisor from the north. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will look at
All right, wonderful people. Ndị Igbo, ngwa geenụ ntị. Especially Enugu people, Cold City. I want you all to pay attention. You are going to listen to this video in details. And if you think that what I'm saying is a lie, before you come on my comment section, make sure you find somebody that understands Hausa. Then the person will explain to you before you begin to say what you don't know. This is a threat from the Fulanis, but they claim to be Hausa people. They are Fulanis. Those that invading our communities in Enugu State. Those that have been ransacking the villages in Enugu State. They are now threatening that they are coming, that Enugu people should wait for them, they are coming. But the question is, are we ready to confront these people? Are we ready to stop these people? Because there's something I want you people to understand. You see this movement of jihadism. I keep on saying this, but it seems that I am just lamenting or pouring water on just a stone, that some of our people don't understand the content or what is behind this movement of jihadism, the conquest called holy war. I repeat, conquest called holy war. That is what they call it. And they said that they will never stop till they will invade every community, and you are going to accept them whether you like it or not. That is the movement. That is the movement we are talking about. Jihadism. They want to make you to be afraid. And again, this is the people that they are not indigenous. I know that when we are talking about Nigeria, you know, sometimes when I'm telling you people that Nigeria is a country where there is no humanity, no human rights, everybody does what they want. But let's just put it in that form, that these people that are threatening the indigenous people that find themselves in Nigeria are not indigenous of Nigeria, but they are trooping, coming, threatening people because they are using the same language. They will front one of them. When they want to commit crime in this form, they will put themselves as an Hausa people. But we know that these people are not Hausa. The Hausa people, the Gobe people, this is not the way they behave. This is the Fulani terrorists, those that are coming to take over your territory. This is the people that are coming with ethnic cleansing. And these people, when they are coming, I'm telling you people, just pray for you not to see these people. Because there is something about this jihadist movement. There is something about this conquest called Holy War. There is something about this Fulanization and Islamization of the people that find themselves in that contraption by the Fulanis that are coming from Senegambia, Chad, Niger, trooping into that contraption. They want to subdue everybody to zero. Pray for you not to see these people. Pray for you not to see these people. And I want you people to understand this. These people have no target. There is no target. The target of these people, if you are in a wrong place at a wrong time, then you become their target. But now they make it clear to Enugu people that they are coming. And I want you people to know this, they are coming.
Take over Enugu state, and they say it's a must because Benue people are flooding Enugu, are running away, and they are entering Enugu state, Biafra land currently now. What do you think this can lead to at the end of the day?
Yes, I remember Humboldt, one and the only Biafran evangelist that will continue to evangelize the truth as the gospel says so. Listen and listen good. They are threatening Enugu state, not because the Benuans are flooding into Enugu, but because Enugu state being Pitamba, one of their agent candidates, presiding and sitting as a governor in Enugu state. You can see him appointing Usmando Abubakar, the lineage, the grandson of Usmando Danfodio, you understand? Lineage, appointing him as what? Special advisor. So I told you people before, there is a reason and there is a mission and vision and assignment of Pitamba concerning Enugu, not just Enugu, Igbo land. As Hope Uzodinma has failed, they want to use Mba. And Mba is playing accordingly. That's why he appointed that man. And that is what gave them the impetus to issue that threat, not because of Benue. And at the same time, let me tell you, I told you that because their person is there, it will be difficult to lay hand on them when they come to act. And that is why they are having that confidence, because they have never for their life, ever since in their life, conquered any part of Igbo land. And that thing is paining them because Usman Danfodio, on his missionary journey to the eastern Biafran land, he died on the process without reaching his goal. Not to talk of establishing his mindset or vision or dream or intention of which he carried out that journey. You understand? So the thing have been on their mindset, the thing have been annoying them. So they have been looking for a way. You can see in the West, they have conquered as we speak now. Ondo is under their control now. As you speak to now, or your state now, Sharia have taken over. As we speak now, Kwara state is under their control. So they have never for once conquered any part in Igbo land. That is why they are issuing that threat, because Mba has been planted as their seed. So they now want to use the influence of Mba and the influence of the special advisor Usmando Abubakar, to enter and to conquer Enugu. And let me tell you, Enugu people have been part of the weak link we ever had in the eastern part of Nigeria. You can see Enugu man answering Ile Yasu. Do you know the meaning of Ile Yasu? Ile Yasu. And the Ile in Yoruba means house. And that Ile in Igbo means tongue. And Riasu on the Suwako, that means it's burning with the fire. And for the very first time in the history of Igbo, any Igbo man becoming what? A chief imam.
In Abuja.
Unrecognized chief imam. A clothed chief imam only in Abuja that we speak. All the northerners and the people around will not pay attention to. They corrected the chief imam under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, playing it as a game, playing games with the people's life. But there is something that this Boko Haram do not understand. Let them go and ask Sidious Musa and his men. Let them go and ask every other herdsmen. When men meet men, the bigger men, they launch and know the level of launches. When you meet men, you will not meet men. If Boko Haram feel that they have men and they are coming, I want to drop a message to Boko Haram. Men. Action. A return. So anything they drop, they should prepare to receive for as they go, without going back. They have not tested the strength of the men. By the time they come, probably this time, the military are the ones saying another herdsmen. Then they feel that they are Boko Haram. We will let them know as they go.
But it looks like they are claiming that they are more sophisticated. They now use drone. And that, do you think that the ESN has the capacity to get to that level of sophistication without the support of the governors?
My brother, ever since from the onset, Governor Fulanis can never support them, and they have never for once supported them. But they have been making waves. So let them come with the drone. Don't you know that Oyibos, upon how sophisticated and how secured America is, yet things still penetrate. Have you forgotten September 11, 2001? Upon all their security equipment and everything, something still penetrates. And let me tell you again, there is what we call spiritual resistance force. They don't have it. You'll be surprised that in Libya, do you know that they use magnet to disform any this thing in a supermarket? By the thieves, they will dismantle the camera and thief what they want to thief, even in the advanced country, and they still the thief and still scot-free. Who come be waiting be drone, no be man-made. And you have the other side, the drone and no drone no. You never read the Bible. You never read the word of God. He said, Ezekiah cried unto the Lord, and the Lord said unto him, that is not going to, that the Assyrians and their army will not do what? Cast a stone upon Judah. On that very day, there was a serious confusion. And what happened? They turned against themselves and they killed themselves. Go and read the book of Judges and the book of Chronicles. You will find all these things that I am telling you in the Bible, in this Biblical.
What is he going to look like? You mentioned the case of Imo State, that some of this state has been recovered by ESN after the sit-at-home. Or how the sit-at-home connect to the restore of security in our forest in eastern Nigeria?
How it restore this kind of peace and this kind of cooperation was that the people that are causing the insecurity in the whole southeast, you can hear the governor of Imo State is saying that all those killings were not from IPOB. He said there are imported elements. Then those imported elements are the people that ESN has gone to settle, to go and put them in peace. So they are already in peace. That is why you see what happened everywhere there was peace.
It sounds like there's a kind of invitation for Enugu State, Benue to be the next operation of the ESN. How do you arrive at that?
What you can see here is that the Benuans have now realized that we are the powerhouse that will help them. The Federal Republic of Nigeria doesn't have anything to offer to them. So they needed a source that we have, and there's no source than Biafra. And that is why they themselves have come in different angles to tender apology for what? For the Biafrans, because of their ignorant acts during the Biafran war. Their stupid attitude towards the Biafrans. So they are looking for a way to make that peace and for Biafra to reconcile with us and to make sure that, because they have seen it, the only place to be safe is no other place than Biafra. So they have to partner with us.
Do you think that now that it seems it's going viral, that Boko Haram is trying to take over Enugu, why is it that the Igbo leaders, is silent on this?
Yes, Igbo leaders need to be silent because they have to be silent because their master is coming and their master is speaking. Their colonial master is talking. The one that they are serving is the one speaking. You can't challenge your master. But we, the people of the land that have the right to defend our land, we defend our land.